Wednesday, October 23rd is going to be the day where we're going to be spending all of our time together through the course of what will be a long, but I'm quite confident will be very fun and informative day. Our primary symposium day here is going to be starting at 8:30 a.m. There'll be registration ahead of time so you can all get in. And since many of you will be so inspired to join the tutorials on the day before, hopefully this just means you'll just be coming down from your hotel room to join the State of the Community. That'll be led by George starting at 8:30. And then what we've done is we will be having a plenary. If you all recall, at the start of the year, we talked about that one of our particular strategic priorities was about evidence dissemination and how we actually get the evidence from our work out into the hands of those that actually need it. And so this year, as part of our plenary, we're having a series of sessions that are going to be thematically focused on that. We're going to start with a plenary session to hear about the clinical insights that have been generated from the LEGEND Type 2 diabetes large-scale effort that has been underway in our community for the last several years. For those who are not familiar, the LEGEND study was really centered on this idea that we could generate evidence at scale across all of the alternative treatments for diabetes, for second-line therapy, and to look across a wide range of clinical outcomes. Many of these works have now been submitted for peer review publication, or in the process have been accepted, or in the process of undergoing revisions. And we've actually learned a wealth of important information that we think is going to profoundly impact clinical guidelines and thinking from general practitioners and cardiologists about the impacts of these treatments, that is supportive of some of the knowledge that's already out there that's been underpowered, and in some cases providing direct insights that haven't been done before. We've already seen the LEGEND Type 2 diabetes study directly support regulatory decisions at the EMA and also provide evidence and insight that have been used. And this initial session is going to be to highlight some of those clinical findings to demonstrate how a large-scale observational network can produce credible evidence. And so you're going to hear from a range of different investigators who have participated in the LEGEND Type 2 diabetes effort over the last several years to share some of the findings that they've had. After that session, we're going to purposely have a networking break where we'll provide you all the opportunity to connect and make friends and establish relationships. And from there, we're going to dive into a secondary plenary session, which is really centered on the value proposition for participating in the OHDSI network studies. So you're going to hear from participants who are part of LEGEND Type 2 diabetes, but this is also going to connect to what you've been hearing from Claire Blackadder and Paul Nagy about the OHDSI Evidence Network, really as this being a kind of a focal point demonstrating why we think that there's value in engaging this effort. From there, you're actually going to be able to hear from all of the co-authors and contributors to the LEGEND Type 2 diabetes effort as we have an open Q&A. And following that and following lunch, we will be having a plenary session to discuss something that we're very excited about, which is a formal partnership between OHDSI and JACC, which is the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. As some of you know, Harlan Krumholtz, which is one of our friends and longtime OHDSI collaborators, is now the editor of JACC. And Chan, who Andrew mentioned previously, is now one of the associate editors. And together, they actually initiated an effort for us to establish a collaboration and partnership between JACC and OHDSI that's really centered on what can we as an OHDSI community do to expand the evidence that we generate to support and disseminate that evidence to support cardiology care. And so I think it's going to be an important dialogue both about what we have done up to this point, but what can we do as a community together. Following that, we're going to have a highly interactive exercise that we're right now just telling you is called an OHDSI scavenger hunt, but you all will be participating in this effort to engage in thinking about how we can generate and disseminate evidence together. And for the afternoon, we will be diving into our collaborator showcase, Really excited about all of the science that has been contributed. Our scientific review committee is now actually undertaking their peer review. We're actually meeting later this week to make final decisions about the work that has been accepted to be showcased at the symposium, and those that will be highlighted through software demonstrations, lightning talks, and poster presentations. And so we'll have a full 3 hours centered on the Collaborator Showcase, highlighting all the amazing work that's been done. We had over 150 submissions this year, and some really exciting work that I had a chance to look at, and was really excited to see the progress that's been made in the community. After that, we're going to have an hour closing talk that I will do, and I've already got a good plan of what I'm going to do for the closing talk. I promise that it will be engaging, and hope that you're going to come away energized and inspired to actually continue down this journey of evidence dissemination as the core theme. After our closing talk is done, one of the fun things we try to do is figure out a way for us as a community to really have an opportunity to bond and connect. And so this year we will be having a game night. I've been working with a few members of the community, and we've actually been creating Odyssey-themed board games and other activity games that we'll have. So we'll have a network reception for a couple hours where we're going to be able to have a lot of fun together to take us through the evening for those that want to engage and have a good time. So we're going to work hard. We're going to play hard. I hope that you're going to learn a lot and also forge those partnerships and collaborations with other members of the community to really accelerate the work we're all trying to do towards generating reliable evidence for the patients that we serve. So I think it's going to be an exciting Wednesday, October 23rd. I think, as Erica said, doing your tutorials the day before is going to be a great lead-in to this activity. And hopefully coming out of this, coming into the Thursday, October 24th, it will hopefully provide you the motivation, inspiration to engage fully with all of the work group activities, to think about how you can continue to foster collaborations and drive the work forward on behalf of our community.